Alright, and of course, before you start, break the lug nuts loose, jack the vehicle, get it on a jack stand, and then you're ready to remove your lugs. Okay, get the lugs off, and then the tire. Now, I am hoping to not have to do certain things today. Alright, and you're going to have 2 bolts for the brake caliper, one here and one down below, and then 3 other bolts, and of course the ABS sensor, which you can see is brand new. I'm going to keep the old hub assembly and everything, and I am hoping that I don't have to undo it to get the new one in. Hopefully we can just fish it. And if memory is serving me correctly, which it probably is, I think, is a 21mm socket, I believe, for these, which it is. Gonna need to fish this stuff out of the way in a second. Oh. Now, as I've recently just done this shouldn't be too bad. You get the 2 out. And I'm going to use a bungee cord to support, so there's no weight on the brake line. Which I'll just suspend that up here. And 2 brakes. And you take your disc right off. For the back, for the 3 bolts, that are back here, one, 2, and then another one here. It's a 13mm star. Which unfortunately Alright, you're going to want to get it turned, break them free, and then just back them out. I've done the bottom one already, the top one. Just got to get it the rest of the way out. Now I've already disconnected the ABS sensor. Just since I was putzing with some stuff for a second. Turn it to get to the one on the other side. Now they're torqued to 120 foot-pounds, so it does take a little bit of effort to break them free. More so when you haven't done it once already. But where I have, everything's going to come out pretty easy. As you can see, we got the brand new TerraFlex tie rod. Yeah, US alloy, ball joints. Because I've had mine out recently, you know, things just come right out. Gotta grab another socket. For the hub nut is a 36 millimeter socket. And you will need something to keep everything from spinning on you. And I have a big bar I just stick in there. It helps you stick it on the right side. That'll do it. That will go. Come on. Now the hub probably will need tap, but I didn't bring over you're going to need a persuader. And then off it will come. Now the dust here, it's got a lip, goes towards the back. Just make sure you reorient it in the same position it was in. And then in and on it goes. Alright, we just gotta line everything back up. Here. Which is right there. Line everything back up. Your bolt in. Stick your bolt in. I don't know if we have room for the third one without turning it. No, we got it. And then that is pretty much all that takes to get that back in there. Let's see if we can cheat a little bit. Not without turning things. Don't, wrench it right in there because you still have two more to do. Don't know if we can fit it on this side though. And I already know for the top one, it's not going to fit. Let's make sure we get everything turned. As far as it can. Get everything turned. And it goes. Now you're gonna have to retorque these back down. Of course, I meant to try to have everything over here, which as you've already seen, I forgot the bar, forgot the persuader, and my torque wrench is over there. Hold on. All right. One effort to spare you some of my fumblings. You know, I put the shield in the wrong position, so I had to undo everything and put it back just because I had to run the ABS sensor line. But the 3 bolts are back in, torque back to 120, 63 here in the front, and now it's just a matter of putting your disc back on. I also had one other task that I did off camera because it was just applying some grease. Then you grab your bolts, obviously, and have a lucky lineup without looking. On the bottom anyways, and on the top. And you are almost back together again. Tighten them down. Rerun all of this joy, which is just a matter of clips. Stick it in, stick it in, stick them in. Now, for me, because I have another task to do, we won't be putting the tire back on right yet. I will tighten these up. But basically, the hub bearing and hub, it's one piece. You can just buy the bearing, but then you have to pay somebody unless you have a puller and a press, which I don't. So the offset of paying somebody to replace the bearing versus it was expensive, but I think it's about a break even doing it myself. Next we're going to be, I do have to adjust my steering wheel a little, but not much. Undo the old bolt, maybe bend the bracket a little bit, and install another part. But that is basically it. And I say basically because, you know, we still have to tighten it down. But that will be about it. Thanks for watching. You know, a little fumbly, you know, I'm not very good at this part, or even this part, but this ain't at least done. And, anybody who watches, you see, it can be done right at home with, you know, 3 sockets. Though, this one, if you don't know somebody, you gotta buy it separate. I happen to know somebody. I mean, it is just that easy to fix, which is an irritating problem at home. I'll end up keeping the old hub because it was still fine. I just didn't like having that piece of sensor in there. It wasn't throwing it off or anything, but hey, thanks for watching.